Two people, same age, same city, same salary. One retires at 45. The other works until they die. What happened? It's not about working harder. It's not about luck. It's not even about intelligence. There's something else. Something invisible. Something most people never see until it's too late. Harvard studied 10,000 people over 25 years. Same education, same opportunities, but only 3% became financially free. The other 97%, still trading time for money at 60. The difference wasn't in their wallets. It was in their minds. And once you see what they saw, you can't unsee it. But here's the problem. Most people don't want to see it, because seeing it means admitting something painful. Stay with me. 1. The invisible rules mindset programming. Let me show you something. When you were 7 years old, someone told you something about money. Maybe it was, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. You didn't question it. You just absorbed it. Sitting at a dinner table, hearing your parents lower their voice. When money came up, watching them hesitate before saying, we can't afford that. You didn't understand it back then, but you felt it, and that feeling stayed. Psychologists call this financial imprinting. And here's the scary part. 80% of your money beliefs were formed before age 12, before you even understood what money was. So right now, an adult version of you is making decisions, but with the programming of a child. Think about that. You're not actually choosing. You're repeating. First rule asterisk. Your income will never exceed the identity you have of yourself. Let me explain. Deep down, you see yourself as someone who struggles. Then every time money comes in, your subconscious will find a way to match your identity. The car breaks down. Unexpected bill. Impulse purchase. It's not bad luck. It's self-sab. Most people don't chase wealth. They defend their current identity. Because changing your bank account is easy. Changing who you think you are? That's terrifying. Comment identity if this is different. Now let's talk about the traps. The psychological loops that keep you stuck. Trap number 1, fear of loss. Nobel Prize-winning research by Daniel Kahneman proved this. Humans feel loss 2.5x stronger than gain. What does that mean? You'll do more to avoid losing 100 Indian rupees. Then you will gain 250 Indian rupees. So you don't invest. You don't take risks. You stay safe. And safe keeps you exactly where you are. Trap number 2, comfort addiction. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. Survival. And survival says, stay where it's familiar. That's why you keep the job you hate. That's why you don't start a business. That's why you stay in the same financial position, year after year after year. Not because you can't change, because change feels like danger.
Astérisque astérisque trappe DS3, instant gratification astérisque astérisque.
You've experienced this yourself. Choosing something small today over something bigger later. Buying something you didn't need, knowing it would cost you later. Not because you're careless, because your brain is wired to prefer now over later. And that single pattern, repeated over years, becomes your financial life. The identity shift. This is the game changer. Here's where everything changes. Becoming wealthy is not about learning something new. It's about becoming someone new. And here's the part that's uncomfortable to admit. There were moments where you already knew what to do and still didn't do it. Not because you were lazy, because you didn't trust yourself yet. You watched others take risks, start things, move forward, while you stayed still, overthinking, waiting, telling yourself, I'll start when I'm ready. But ready never came, because readiness is not a state, it's a decision. Let me paint 2 pictures. Person A, whack, repeat, thinks, how do I make more money? Person B asterisk, wakes up, builds systems, gets paid for results, thinks, how do I make money work for me? Same world, different operating systems. Second rule asterisk. Wealth is not built by working harder. It's built by thinking differently about time. Asterisk asterisk. Here's the shift. Poor mindset, trade time for money. Rich mindset, trade money for time. Example, you make 50,000 Indian rupees per month. Poor thinking, I need to work more hours or get a second job. Rich thinking, I need to build something that I can earn while I sleep. One path has a ceiling, the other has leverage. Subscribe if you want to see the world differently. Decision patterns, how the wealthy actually think. Let's get specific. Research from Thomas Stanley's The Millionaire Next Door analyzed 1,000 plus millionaires. Here's what they found. Pattern number 1. They think asymmetrically. What does that mean? They look for bets where the upside is 10x, but the downside is protected. Example, investing 10,000 Indian rupees in learning a skill. Worst case, you waste 10,000 Indian rupees. Best case, that skill makes you 10 Indian rupees locks. That's asymmetry. Most people understand this and still don't act on it, because understanding something doesn't change behavior. Identity does. Pattern number 2. They optimize for equity, not salary. Study from Fidelity found 88% of millionaires built wealth through ownership, not paychecks. Ownership of businesses, assets, intellectual property, investments. You don't get rich working for someone. You get rich working on something. Pattern number 3. They delay everything. An average millionaire drives a 4-year-old car, lives in a house below their means, wears a 500 Indian rupees watch. Why? Because they'd rather have 1 Indian rupee crore in assets than look like they have 1 Indian rupee crore. Third rule, looking rich keeps you poor. Being rich keeps you quiet. Asterisk asterisk. The isolation effect, the loneliest part. Now here's the part nobody talks about. When you start changing, people around you won't understand. You stop going out every weekend. You've changed. You're sitting in a room full of people, laughing at conversations. That doesn't feel funny anymore. Checking your phone, not because you're busy, but because you feel out of place. And in that moment, you realize something quietly. You've already outgrown the room. You start reading instead of watching TV. You think you're better than us? You invest instead of spending. You're being cheap. Psychologists call this social homeostasis. Your environment wants you to stay the same because your growth reflects their stagnation. And here's the brutal truth. You will lose friends on the way up. Not because you leave them, because they can't come where you're going. This is the test most people fail. Not the money part, the loneliness part, the final realization. So let me tell you what wealth actually is, because most people get this wrong. Wealth is not a big house, a fancy car, designer clothes. Those are symbols, and symbols are expensive. Real wealth is waking up and not checking your bank account, saying no without guilt, choosing work you love because you can, taking 3 months off if you want. Wealth is control. It's waking up and not rushing. It's opening your laptop, not because you have to, but because you choose to. The silent, without pressure behind it. Control over your time, your decisions, your life. And here's the thing, it's available, not to everyone who wants it, but to everyone willing to become the person who can handle it. Because the market doesn't care about your dreams, cares about your decisions, and your decisions reveal who you are. If you've made it this far, you're different. Most people already clicked away. They want the shortcut. You're still here. That says something. Identity breakdown. Let me leave you with this. There's a version of you that plays it safe, that avoids risk, that stays where it's comfortable, even if it's not working. And there's another version, one that takes responsibility, that makes hard decisions, that builds even when it's uncertain. Both versions exist right now inside you, but only one of them gets to decide your future. Becoming wealthy is not about learning more. It's about removing the version of you that keeps choosing comfort over growth. And here's the truth most people avoid. That version will fight to stay alive. It will give you reasons, excuses, delays. And if you listen to it long enough, you won't fail dramatically. You'll just never start. So the real question is not, can you become wealthy? It's, which version of you wins? Because that answer changes everything.